Hello there everyone, good morning. I hope you're all doing well today. So today it is a Tuesday morning and it is a really beautiful blue sky, sunny kind of day. It's really gorgeous, and I have just recently come back from my morning walk this morning and it was just so wonderful, and I have just been enjoying doing that so much this past 2 weeks now. It has just been incredible and has done wonders for just the way I feel, and I think my mental health in general, as I mentioned before. And since it is a Tuesday is the day that I am currently not teaching, I'm not working, so Tuesday is the day where I really like to kind of get things done or catch up on things that I wanted to do, or just do lovely things that I want to do for myself, and also share them with all of you. So I love Tuesdays, I really look forward to Tuesdays. And so today there was also something that I've been really looking forward to doing and finally having the time for, is I really have been wanting to do a kind of little kitchen organization in my little kitchen area here, because my kind of kitchen slash living space, as you may have seen, it's really not that big, it's really quite small, but it's really cozy and sweet. And I've just been thinking how I can possibly make it a bit more, even more cozy and more kind of cottagey, and how I would really love my kind of ideal future kitchen space to maybe look like, but in a miniature form, sort of. So what I've been doing is, since I came back after the summer, since September, I have been slowly going around some charity shops, secondhand shops, also looking online secondhand at things that I could, little bits and bobs that I could pick up for the kitchen to just make it a little bit more cozy and old-fashioned. I'll say that because that's what I really like. And even though one day maybe we shall see if I will be able to find myself a cute little cottage somewhere, but for now I wanted to make the very best of the space that I possibly can, because I do love my space here so much, and I think that with home decoration it really can be very simple little changes that can make such a big difference to how your space looks and, more importantly, feels to you. And so I've been going around and picking up little things that I think could make just the slightest little bits of difference to how I want this space to look. I will show you in a minute kind of what it looks like right now, even though I already kind of like it, but there's been little things that I wanted to change. So I will show you the bits that I have picked up, and I think it will be nice to kind of show you where I found them and what where I'm going to put them and how they're going to look like. So that's kind of what I wanted to do today. I hope it will be a little bit interesting, maybe give you some ideas, some inspiration for someone who, you know, maybe like me, lives in a small space, a small apartment. I really do try to make the most of my space, and I think it is really such a wonderful kind of creative thing to do, is to look at your space, no matter how small your space is, to have a look at your space and to figure out kind of the style that you like perhaps, and to find little things that could make it better and that could work with your own vision of how you would like it to be. So that is kind of what I really wanted to do today. And I was thinking about this because also on this weekend my lovely sister came down, one of my two sisters. She came down from Cambridge, where she is studying currently. She's studying medicine, so she is incredibly busy, of course, all the time. But this past weekend she came down and it was so lovely to spend time with her. And she came to my flat and we just had a wonderful time together, and she kind of called it a flat rewarming in a sense, now that I am kind of making it my own. And so it really got me thinking that I wanted to do this little project today, and to finally put those little bits in place that I have wanted to do for a very, very long time, and yeah, to kind of see how they look and hopefully make the space a little bit more cozy. So I thought it would be a fun video, even if it's just only a couple of things, and maybe it could give you some inspiration as well of things that you can do. So yes, I'm going to start with that, and I'll take you along with me as I go and kind of show you the bits that I have. Alright, let's get going. So this is the kitchen area that I kind of want to work on today. As you can see, it's very, very simple. There's not a lot going on really. And these are the shelves that I kind of wanted to start with today. I don't mind how they look right now, and I like my herbs drying there, but I kind of wanted to see if I could make them just a little bit more nice to look at, and just a bit more cozy and cute. So I'm going to start with those, and then I will show you another little part of the kitchen. Yay! I'm really happy with how that looks. I think it looks so much more tidy and just a bit more fun and interesting. I am so happy with how this is looking right now. I think it's looking so much better than before already. For a long time I didn't quite know what to do with these shelves, and it just didn't look very interesting, and I think this is looking a lot better now, and everything is just so much more tidy and just looks really cute, and I really like it. On these shelves I have the things that the grains and flour and rice and things that I tend to use more often on a daily basis. So I've put them here so I can access them much easier, because what I really like to do when I buy my foods, I try to buy things in bulk as much as possible. So for example, the flour, the rice, all kinds of different grains, and then I like to decant them into slightly bigger jars. But I also wanted to decant them into smaller jars as well, so that I can just keep them closer on hand and just use them on a daily basis. So that's what I've done, and it's really useful. I find it's just really handy to first of all just see how much you have, because there's been so many times when I thought I didn't have something, I would go to the shop and buy it, and it turned out there was some of that in the back of my cupboard somewhere. I'm sure lots of people have experienced this. So it's really useful for that. And then also I find it just keeps things much more fresh for longer, actually, in glass jars. So yeah, I just find it really useful. And most of my jars here are just things that I've repurposed from, you know, pickled jars of pickles, gherkins, and all kinds of pasta sauces and things like that. So jars are just so useful. I could talk about that for hours. And then this little one I wanted to show you. This is what I found in a charity shop a couple of days ago, actually. It's really sweet. It's a kind of stoneware, it's ceramic, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's a very cute little jar, and it says marmalade. I thought it was so cute, so I had to pick it up. It doesn't have marmalade in it right now. Instead it has my garlic cloves, which I use very regularly. So I thought that was really cute, and I thought that it would add a lot to my kind of feel that I want to create in the kitchen, which is kind of you know, that cottage feel. So yeah, that is the top shelf, and now on this lower shelf I had another idea of something I wanted to do, and for that I have picked up some little hooks on Amazon. I will link these below for you if you are interested, and I thought they were really beautiful. They're so simple but so beautiful, and they're just these metal hooks, and so I had an idea to hang them here and I'm going to hang some of my nice cups and mugs that I actually have once again in the back of a cupboard, which I don't use very regularly because they're in that cupboard. And so I thought that actually if I hang them up, I will get to look at them because they're so beautiful, and also I will use them much more often, which I think is a good thing. So I'm going to try that and we shall see how it looks. Hello everyone, so it is the next day now, and unfortunately yesterday got so dark as I was trying to finish filming what I wanted to show you, so I couldn't quite finish it properly. So I thought that it would be best to wait till today and to show you properly how I want. But here is the kind of finished result of this little area that I was working on, and I have to say I am really pleased with it. I think that it looks so much better than it did before, and it just looks so much more tidy and cute and cottagey, and this is the kind of feel I was really trying to create in my kitchen space. So yeah, I really like it, and so I thought I would just quickly show you some of the things that I have. Most of the things, to be fair, are from charity shops, second-hand shops, so I wouldn't be able to say exactly where they're from, but I thought at least I would show you, and maybe if you like some of those things it could give you some ideas or inspiration for your own space perhaps. So as I mentioned, on top are just jars that I have reused, recycled. Here I have my pestle and mortar. Oh, it's very heavy. It's literally a big, like 2 big rocks. It's really heavy but also so beautiful. I really love it. This is from a second-hand shop, and it just feels so authentic and so lovely to use when I am grinding any of my herbs or teas or anything like that. And so even though it's really heavy, I really love it. So that's that. This little teapot that you have seen before, I absolutely adore, and the best thing about it is that you can actually use it on an induction hob if you have one, which I do, and you can actually boil it. You can put it on the heat on the induction, and you can boil water in this, and this glass is a particular kind of glass that is meant for this purpose, so that's really amazing. I really like that. And it's one of my favorite teapots because I have a couple, but this is one of probably my favorite, I would say, apart from my copper one, which I really love, which was, by the way, also a second-hand shop find. I love it. It's so cottagey and vintage and just beautiful. I really love it. And then over here as well, a little vase. This kind of came in a set with this one here, where I currently keep my knives. So yeah, those two came together. Then I have these cute little, I'm not sure what to call, pots, ramekins, little bowls, I think is the best way to describe. Also from a second-hand shop, and they're so cottagey and lovely. I really love them. I think they're really beautiful. They've just got a very simple pattern on them, if you can see, but they're really pretty. Here I have a double boiler that I managed to get actually from Vinted as well, the app that I was talking about. It says it's made in Poland, so that's very cool. I really love it. It is so, I like this kind of white enamel kind of look, and it looks really vintage and really beautiful, and I am going to use this a lot whenever I'm making any of my salves or any kind of things like this where I need to melt oils and waxes and things together, and things that require a double boiler. So I'm very, very excited to use this. It was really inexpensive and I really love it. Yeah, and then as I showed you yesterday, actually, these are my lovely mugs that I love, and this space I really wanted to use in a better way. And I think by putting my mugs there, first of all, I'm gonna see them, enjoy them, use them, and I just think it looks really pretty, in my opinion. And also there's this really, really sweet little kind of sieve, colander type thing that I wanted to show you. It is a copper, it is some kind of vintage piece, I think. It's really sweet. I really like it. It's quite small, but I can use it for some of my projects and things, and it's just really, really beautiful. Got that cottage feel. I really like it. I think it looks so much better. I am just really pleased with how it's looking aesthetically, and I just think little tiny changes can really make a room kind of come together so much more. I really do believe that, and I think even in a small space, if you know what you love, what kind of things, colours, textures, styles that you enjoy, if you just put in little pieces here and there, it can make such a big difference to how your space looks and feels. And I've been on a mission ever since I moved to this flat to London many years ago now, that I really wanted to try and make this place my own with the vision that I had, even though I know that my dream of living in an English cottage somewhere may maybe one day be a reality, maybe not, but it doesn't matter. The fact that I can make my life beautiful right now, and I think that is the most important kind of mindset. And it's a beautiful way to live, I think, because it makes you really, really creative. It allows you to dream and imagine, and allows you to do the things you want now, instead of constantly waiting for things or for someone or for something. And now quickly, I wanted to show you one more thing that I purchased also on Vinted, which I was really, really impressed by, and it's this little shelf. And this is handmade by somebody, again on Vinted, just like these mugs were. And so I'm really trying to emphasize the fact that sometimes on the secondhand apps, you can actually find people, artists and people who are making their own things. And the fact that you can find a lot of these things is really, really exciting. So you can find, you know, people who do pottery, paintings, whatever kind of creative things that they're doing. So I was really lucky to come across this little shelf. It is like a little herb shelf, or that is what I'm going to use it for, at least. I wanted to find a way that I could put all my little cooking herbs and spices somewhere here in the kitchen, and to make it tidy, and I really needed some kind of little shelf, and I was so happy to come across this one. So I am going to show you where I'm going to put this, and I'm really happy with it. This is looking so, so lovely. I really like this little shelf. It's really cute. So on the bottom here I have some spices that I just use really often. On the middle shelf there's some more different little things, and on this top shelf here I have my kind of cinnamon and sweet spices and things like this for baking, and I also have some of my vitamins and things that I need to remember to take. So yeah, that is looking really, really nice. I really like that. Everything is so tidy, and this little shelf is just so beautiful and cute, and I think it just shows how you can find such really, really great things, actually, even in secondhand stores and online, and it's just, yeah, it's really, really great. I really like it. So another thing that I have in the kitchen is this round glass table, and this is where I normally eat. And so this table was actually already here when we first moved into this flat a couple of years ago. and I was never really a big fan of it for some reason. I never quite liked the kind of glass look, and I always was trying to find a nice tablecloth to cover it with. And for some reason I could never find a round, nice tablecloth of this particular size. But when I went home last week, I actually asked my mother to help me out, and thankfully she had some scraps of old linen material that she wasn't using, and she was able to cut it for me into a round tablecloth shape, and also just finish off the edges on the sewing machine. So now I have a tablecloth, finally. I'm really happy, and so I'm going to put that on now and see how it looks. Yay! So much better. So much better. And the last thing that I really wanted to share with you today was something that I had a little trouble finding actually, and it was a side table or kind of a coffee table. And I know that some of you actually in previous videos have mentioned that it would be so nice if I could put a little coffee table in this area of the room to make it even more cozy and nice. And you were very right, and I completely agree with all of you. And I started looking a while ago, and I could just never find one that was kind of the right size. They were all quite big and chunky, and I wanted something a little bit smaller and lighter. And I finally found it, and I'm really in love with it. So this was also from a second-hand furniture store near me. It's so beautiful. I really love it. It's so small and light. I can move it around when I need to. And it has also got this wooden top here, which really feels like some kind of reclaimed wood, maybe. I'm not sure exactly if it is or not, but it just looks so rustic and old and so natural, and that's why I really like it. And it's just the right size, I feel, for this room, because in this area what happens most of the time is I like to work out, as you may know. This is my kind of spot where I like to work out in the room, and I have my equipment here on this side, and sometimes I also like to film some content for my ballet Instagram. And so I do like to do it here a lot of the time, and this is also the reason why I keep this wall very plain and simple, without any pictures or anything else on it, so that I can actually record my other passion projects, which is my my ballet and fitness related things. And so this is why I keep this side of the room very plain and simple, and I also have things here that I can very easily move around if I need to, like this armchair and now this coffee table. And so yeah, it's for a reason that I need to make sure that I can move things around if necessary. And so this is another reason why I really love this little table. It is just the right amount of space, where I can just put my cup of tea or coffee or anything else, and a candle very often. And yeah, it's just really cute. I really love it, and I think that it fits really perfectly here into this space now, and just makes it so much more cozy. And yes, that is so far what I wanted to show you guys, with the kind of little changes that I have been making in the kitchen. I am so excited about everything and how it's looking right now. I feel like everything just looks so much more cozy and cottagey, and I just wanted it to be more yeah, sort of traditional country style as much as possible, so that when I walk in from the busy city, from the loud noise and all of that, that when I come in here I feel a completely different atmosphere and vibe. And I really think that it's starting to come together really nicely, and yeah, so far I'm really happy with it. And also there was one more thing that I really want to do today, which is going to make the place smell very nice. So let's come along. So now I'm going to make a lovely little simmer pot to just make the room smell really, really lovely. And a simmer pot is basically a nice little thing that you can do in the autumn and winter months, and it will just make your whole room and your whole space really, really warm and just smell really, really wonderful. And so the basic idea is that you can use any kind of fruits and herbs and spices and just add them to a pot with some water and then let it simmer for any amount of time that you wish, and it will create just such a wonderful and warm feeling in your room and will just make it smell really, really nice. So today I'm going to use an orange, an apple. I'm also going to use some cranberries here, which I have, they're frozen right now. I'm also going to add in some cinnamon sticks and some star anise, and I'm also going to add in some of these pine branches that I picked up on my walk yesterday morning. So I think all of that together will smell really, really lovely. And you can also try this with anything that you have on hand, any kind of herbs and spices and fruits. And also the wonderful thing is that you can actually use any scraps of fruits that you have. They don't need to be in their fresh, normal, proper versions. You can also use any kind of scraps or peels of any fruits that you have, and that is also a really wonderful way to just use them a little bit more before, you know, throwing them away. So that's also a really nice thing that you can do. So yes, I'm going to go ahead with that, and I'm really excited. Hello everyone. So it is around 4 o'clock now, and unfortunately it is already starting to get dark slowly, so I think I'm gonna have to close out this video here. And yeah, it's quite crazy. It's getting dark here in London already around 3 or 4 p.m. and so it just feels like the days are just going by so fast, and it's actually quite strange for me because I teach my children's classes after school, in their after school time. So by the time I actually leave my home and arrive at my work to teach, it is already starting to get dark. But that's just November, I guess. We're heading into winter, but it's also a really beautiful time. But anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed this video and this kind of little sort of redoing of my kitchen living room space. It's something I've wanted to do for such a long time, but it's taken me a little while to also find all the little bits and pieces and kind of put them together and see what works. But I'm really, I have to say, I'm really pleased with the result, and I think it's all looking so much better now, and it just feels so much more cozy and more like home in a way, I think, now that I've kind of made it more my own, which was something I was really wanting to do after everything after everything these past few months. So it really feels so much more positive and more lovely in here now. So I really hope that you enjoyed this kind of video. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you have any other ideas that you think I could do in here. One thing I know that I am missing is I am still wanting to find a kind of lamp, maybe, both for my bedroom and also for the kitchen space, because just to have some kind of soft nice soft lighting in the evenings. That is the one thing I think I'm still missing. So I think I'm gonna have to go on another look through the charity shops and maybe some antique shops and see what I can find. But that's, I think, the only thing that I really still need to find. But overall, I'm very, very pleased with it, and I hope that maybe gave you some ideas or some inspiration if you were wanting to do anything at all, or maybe it was just a fun video to watch. Either way, I really hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the whole process and sharing it with you, and it was just really, really fun. But also, thank you so much for your beautiful, beautiful comments on my last video about me just sitting for way too long and talking about my revelations on gratitude and all sorts of different feelings. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen and for just being so sweet, and also opening up with all of your thoughts and feelings about the topic, and just any other thoughts that you were having. I really appreciate it. I really love reading all of your comments and thoughts. It really inspires me, and really I feel like we really give each other so many ideas to discuss, and I really appreciate all of your input and ideas, and all of your words were just so sweet, so I really appreciate it. But yes, I'm going to say goodbye and close out this video for now, as it's going to get dark very soon. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and your week. And I really look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye guys.